I'm going to get this tiki head guy and maybe this fish. And um, I'll put, he's wearing a fish hat now.
Mhm.
And I'll get that bird back. Because I saved him for this. And I'll put the bird over there. And so there, I've got 3 vector things. And these are vector. This is, well rendered. But if I hit Command Y, you see it's vector. Now I can select all of this and I can go to Object, Pattern, Make. And it's going to take me into an interface right
Oh
here,
my
which is
goodness.
the pattern interface. And it's going to tell me a new pattern has been added to the swatch panel. And where's the swatch panel? Let's go over and I'll click OK. And I'll open the swatch panel here and look.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Here's my new pattern. And it's just
Hmm.
named new pattern. I can double click it, or it's still live right here. I can select that pattern and I'll say Tiki. I don't want all caps. Tiki bird fish. And that's my tiki birdfish. Okay. And I'll say, all right, I'm done. And right at the top here, you see I have a done.
Yes.
Done. Oh, where did my pattern go? Well, it's right here in my patterns. And so the neat thing about this is I'm going to make I'll hit L for ellipse, and I'm going to make a circle over here. And it's just filled. But now remember, I had patterns, and we've done these patterns before. We know how patterns work. But look here, I've got a new pattern,
Oh,
and you
cool.
can remember the one I made, and I can hit S for the scale tool, and I can double click it, and I can say I want to scale my pattern. I'll make my pattern be uniform 50%, and I will not transform the object, just the pattern, and see what I did. I've got
Hmm.
that pattern. But then now I look at my pattern and I go, yeah, I'm not loving that pattern so much. I wish I could edit it. Well, look, I can. And here's how I do it. I go, um, I go back to this swatch here. I'll double click it. I'm back in that interface. And so now I can say, all right, I need some more variety. They're too stacked. And so there's a grid. I could go brick by row and look at offset them. Well, that's better. Or there's brick by column, and then that's not better. There's hex, and that's not going to be good in this instance. But brick by row was pretty good. And it's got a half a brick offset, which is going to be perfect. I can have it be different offsets, 3/4, but
Hmm.
I like the half offset. So I'm going to stay with that. And that's fine. And I think that's better. So I'll say, okay, done. And look, that's a better looking pattern here. And then I decide, I wish I had some color under that. Well, guess what? Command Y, that's just an ellipse. I could select that and I will copy, paste them back, and I could color behind
Ooh.
it, color behind it. And I've just made another circle. I've got a circle that's got an ellipse and a circle that's got color on it. Or I could do this. I could go back to my pattern and say, I decided I wanted to color behind it, and I want it to be this chartreuse color here. And so I'm just going to hit M, and I'm going to draw that chartreuse color. This blue area here is rectangle is my pattern. What's happened to my pattern now? It's just like I was talking about layers before. I've just drawn something above. I'll have to move that behind. How did I do that? I did the key command, object arrange, send to back. And there I'll click done. And now look at my pattern over here. It's green now. Now the blue's not showing through anymore. See that?
Right.
Because this has a color fill. So sometimes you want a fill color, sometimes you want to be able to change the fill color and you'll want something behind it. And, of course, unless I went to a different blending mode. Or if it was normal, if I went to a lighter opacity, then I can introduce transparency. So I decided I like that green and I don't need to have other colors, but I wish, now I show it to my client and they go, yeah, I just wish there's some more stuff in that. Can you edit that? To which I go, sure. I'll go back to my swatches, double click and say, what else should I put in here? I'll hit L for ellipse and I'm going to, and I'm only going to really be drawing in this square area here because that's the live area. Uh, there's also, I've got 5x5 copies and it says dim by 70%. If I told it to dim by 10%, well, that's probably maybe too light for you to see. There's 30%. You can see the area here that's live is the full opacity. That's the area I'm editing. Everywhere else is just duplications of it. So I'll say, all right, I want to make a little circle here. And so I'll make a circle and look, that circle's on all of those. And I decided, yeah, that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to add some circles and and I'll make that a different color circle. That one will be blue. And I'll make another circle over here. And that one will be orange. And then I'll make another circle over here. And that one will be purple. Okay, so that was fun. And then I decided I want some stars. And so I'll go in here and I'll make some stars. So, ooh, I don't like that star. Um, or do I? Yeah, it's a little too small. Um, I'll make a star and I'm holding the control uh, option key and maybe I want less points on it. So while I'm drawing it, I'll hit the try again, making the star and I can make more points or less points on it. And there, I've got a regular 5-point star. Make it a little smaller. And there, I'm happy with that star. And maybe I'll draw a few more stars, but different sizes and different colors. And one more. And that one will be orange. All right. And then now I'm happy with it. I click done up here, right where my mouse is, done. And look at my pattern is adjusted and I've got that fill. And so whatever I want to have filled with that. So I made my name over here. I'm going to copy my name. I'm going to come over to this page. I'll paste it, but I don't really want 3D effects on it. So I'm going to go to my appearance panel and I'll say turn off 3D effects.
Oh,
And say I can turn them on, I can turn them off. And I can say, well, what's my fill color going to be here? And I decide I want it to fill with this pattern I made. And ooh, look how fun that is.
cool.
And again, I can click scale and tell it to not transform the object, but transform the pattern. And that's fun. Okay. And then, and again, I'll click OK. And it's still vector. I can still, and it's still, this one's still live type. I can still come up here and say, or be a different font. there. That's more the tiki font there. And so that's pretty cool stuff. Last thing I'm going to show you on this, then I'm going to be done. I'm already over 2 hours. You can take an existing pattern. And so we only have these two patterns here, but we already learned on our grid assignment, we can go to Open Swatch Library, Patterns, and there's other options. I'm going to go to Nature, Animal Skins. And so I've got a zebra pattern here. I'm going to copy my name over to this page, and I'm going to tell it to be zebra pattern or tortoise pattern. So that's fun stuff. But I don't really want to, maybe I do want my name. I'll just leave that. But I'm going to, I'll take this guy here as well. I'm going to fill it with zebra pattern. And I want the strokes to be bigger than that. So I'll double click. Don't transform object, just transform patterns. And I want that to be like 150. I got to click preview. I'm going to make it be 180 preview, and I'm happy. I'll go full on 200%, click OK. Okay, so I've got that pattern here, and I wish that's just a black pattern. I wish it could be more colorful. Well, it can be. I'm gonna go to this pattern here, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna duplicate the swatch, and I'm gonna double click this one. I'm gonna call this fruit striped gum. And there we go. It looks like fruit striped gum. No, it doesn't. I've got to color it. And so I'm going to come in here. Here's my pattern. And I'll click on these. And I'll start with this one. And I'll say, let's make that orange. That's not orange, pink. And I'll make this one purple. And see what it's doing. And I'll make this one green, like a teal green. And I'll make this one blue. And I'll make this one orange. And look what I have. I got fruit stripe gum, but I got something funky going on here. And this is Adobe's fault. Look what I have. There's an extra layer there. They stack two. That's actually a mistake from Adobe. So I just deleted that, got rid of that problem. And so then I've got fruit stripe gum, and I say done. And look, now I have a pattern here called fruit stripe gum. So I'm going to take this shape I had. I'll tell it be fruit stripe gum. And hey, I was able to edit an existing pattern. And while I'm at it, I think I'll fill my name with fruit stripe gum.
Oh my God, you can't even tell what your name is.
Yeah, that doesn't work. So, but then I could say, oh, well, maybe I want to duplicate that one as again. So I'll duplicate fruit stripe gum because I want it to be able to be red now. So I'll say duplicate swatch, and I'll say fruit stripe gum dark. And all I'm going to do on that is I'm going to select this background color instead of this teal color. I'll tell it to be black, and I'll click done. And ooh, look at my name now.
Oh yeah, looks much
Now
better.
you can tell what's going on.
Yeah.
So you can edit existing patterns. You can create brand new patterns. Using that pattern, step and repeat,